It appears to be recording, I would imagine. It says so anyway. So anyway, yeah, different camera. Sony Bloggy or something. Anyway, I haven't used it in a while. High definition and such, but I don't have it on the highest setting. Just figure what the fuck happening to YouTube atheist community? It's the damn fun. Pile of deers in my backyard, of course. Getting ready to give me some more disease. Yes, disease carriers. Hello, I see you there. Yes, hello. Doe, a deer, a female deer. There she is. Come on, move it. Shoo! Scat! Find something else to do. Anyway, so I figured I would sit out here or something. This walking is a pain in the ass, and it's noisy. Yeah, that's what it is. Ow! This is not a very good tree for sitting on. Whoa! Ooh, a big piece of that thing broke off. Didn't really notice that. Yeah, it's really breaking down. Anyway, that's very important. I thought, look, yeah, evolution. So anyway, last night was it was a pretty good night. In keeping with the new theme, it was kind of passive and friendly-ish. Dirty. Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, it went fairly well. You know, this camera I hate these focal lengths. You really have to put another lens on it, because it's just, you have to hold it too far away. Maybe I could put the camera somewhere, and then I could talk at it from a distance. But I don't know if I want to do that either. Too much work. And I couldn't show you the book. So anyway, so is there anything else to say about last night? Mostly the regulars kind of thing, just but some good conversation in there. Some new guy was in there, and we, talked about different subjects, and I say, he asked a question, I answer the question in some reasonably decent manner, and it was all kind of decent. Rather intelligent conversation. Whoa, I don't know what the hell happened there. Doesn't really matter. So it was okay. But yeah, I'm just still caught up in, I'm just not doing, I left about 5 something, so I left a little early, and yeah, I'm just not feeling great. But that's not your problem. It's a lovely day, but yeah, it'd be nice to go out and adventure a little. But I just don't got the energy for anything. Anyway, that's not your problem. So yeah, it's just this again, trying to figure out a right way to do this stuff, make this conversation more interesting, get more people into the conversation. So yeah, I'm just going to have to change my approach. Yeah, so we'll work on that. Just step at a time. Let's see, just to try it this week and see if it's possible. Maybe it's not. Maybe I'm going to end up being reactive. Holy shit, mosquito. You fucking son of a bitch. Wasn't counting on them. Figured they would be asleep, by now, permanently and such. Anyway, well, light's really uneven. Yeah, I should be pointed the other way, apparently. It's kind of dark here, right? Oh, no, it's looking into the sun. Yeah, that's the problem. Ah, I get that now. Alright, turn. This tree really is not comfortable. I have to put a proper chair back here. Well, I don't think I'll be doing this too often. So anyway, yeah, sorry. Just a practice video, essentially. So anyway, I haven't opened this book in years. But anyway, this is what I grew up on. One of the books that I grew up on was these nature libraries by, Time Life. I guess it's Time Life now, so you're used to saying Time Life. But back then it was just Life magazine. So they had this whole collection of these books. Mind, matter, evolution, water, fire, that kind of thing. Just basic subjects. And yeah, maybe 5 or 6 of them were really good. There was probably 15 of them or 20 in the series, something like that. I don't remember exactly. But some of them were real winners. And they were real winners in terms of their covers too. The cover art was really good. And so this image just, I used to do my homework on top of these books, because they were the right size for putting a piece of paper on. So you'd always take one for writing or something because they were on the shelf. And so it was always around, and I'd put papers in it, and then I'd have to get the papers, and you'd end up opening it and reading it and looking at the pictures and whatnot. So it was. It did have an impact, and this picture especially, like I said, this is before I saw any nature shows about the Galapagos Island, and this is a marine iguana, and it's not even a very good picture of a marine iguana. It doesn't, they really are colorful and all that kind of stuff, and but it's just a very, the crabs are very bright. There's another marine iguana here, but they're just so dinosaur-like, and so it's a good evolution kind of picture. So anyway, this is just the kind of stuff, though, that would sit inside your head, and you'd roll that stuff around. And I just don't know how people can't be affected by that realization of this being our context, this being our lineage. And so anyway, so we'll just do a couple of pages. I haven't opened one of these in so long. So this was some library book at one time, I guess. I might have my original one in the house still. This is another copy that somebody sent me, and I think I have 3 of these now. Actually, I think I have 3, and somebody else just found a couple more at a garage sale. So, it's sort of interesting. So yeah, they start. Obviously, you'd think Darwin would be in the beginning, and there's Darwin's voyage, and so you're rolling along here, and there we go. There's a kind of a crappy picture of Darwin. Actually, he's kind of old in that picture, but it's a picture I haven't seen before. Well, I haven't seen it, in that resolution. Let's put it that way. That's a pretty famous picture, but I don't think I ever saw it that close up. Yeah, he was pretty old. Anyway, so yeah, this is where it starts, and then you got these other guys, Huxley and the other people. Well, I don't know what Aristotle's doing in here. That doesn't seem quite right? Well, I guess they're giving you the history before Darwin. Okay, so Darwin drew this conclusion because the Toxodon bore a close resemblance to the elephant. Okay, so it's just Darwin's conclusions based on fossils he had found. And I just saw the word beagle. And these were the Furgarian Indians, but anyway, so that was from the bottom of South America, and they took a couple of these into civilization and brought them back, and they almost got killed by their own tribe, which was kind of funny. So that was kind of an interesting story. And so anyway, so far, that's pretty bleak, right? Not too many good pictures in there, man. So yeah, I don't even remember this seal picture's kind of boring. I don't remember that. I remember the cactus picture, so that I remember. And you got the islands here. And I remember the evolution of the islands was sort of another concept that meant something to me. I remember, finding, through the narrative, you realize there's older islands and then newer islands, because the islands are basically just spilling out of a fault, or whatever you call it, a shelf where the continents are riding over each other, and the islands just keep spilling out of a hole, so to speak, and then they move. They're pushed in distance further away from where the origin point, and so there's really old islands, not really old, but older, and then there's newer islands, and so that's another reason why there's such stark variety, is that it's like each island is a new opportunity for evolution. So this is this picture. I remember the colors. Yes, very colorful. And this is, not a great picture of the marine iguanas, but them crawling on the rocks. And like I said, this was before nature shows weren't very big on TV back then, so you didn't really see many shows. The only thing that was doing any kind of nature shows was like, Walt Disney, and it was always about like raccoons or something. Raccoons stealing food and whatnot. There, tortoises. I love turtles, so That was a good story for me. Didn't care for these, whatever you call these birds. Can't remember their name, but they were sort of annoying actually. And the boobies were pretty interesting. Boobies? I think they're blue-footed booby. Yeah, booby. I got that right. Alright, well this is just the finch stuff and the beaks, and so this is all just sort of interesting background. You know, I remember this picture. Yeah, this was kind of weird. You're just like, man, those people are fucked up. Yeah, you know. So yeah. I mean, these are pretty fucked up pictures, right? Pretty fucked up. Yep. I remember this old guy. Yeah. So anyway, then, you know, this is a good picture too here. It's a real good Native American kind of face. Well, this is a great face there too, you gotta say. It's a great face. So anyway, and I remember the skeleton, I remember that. The theory that shook the world. So this is the Darwin part later, Darwin. And so there's Wallace and Huxley and Hooker and Malthus. And, you know, pigeons, you know, lots on the pigeons. So, you know, that's a big part of Darwin's whole story, is the pigeons. There's a freaking water beetle eating a fish. Just, you know. Oh yeah, there too. I remember that was the first time I saw one of these, whatever you call them. Yeah, the mandrill baboons. I mean, you know, just an amazing face, you know, and I think this book was the first time I saw one, and pretty impressive. And I'd been to a lot of zoos. I don't know why they didn't have any at zoos, but maybe they're too aggressive or something, or they don't work out or whatever. And then you had the bees and the different orchids, and, you know, the weird, you know, pooling of the insects, and, you know, the bugs that look like thorns, and blah blah. You got those here. Anyway, so enough of that. You know, see if there's anything outstanding that I remember. Ooh, skeleton. Ooh, yeah, I remember that. I remember that little whatever he is guy. The apes and dinosaurs. Now, dinosaurs are usually pretty lame pictures. Fossils, horse, evolution. Cells are always, oh, there was the DNA picture. Yeah, the DNA picture I remember. DNA was sort of, that was sort of an interesting, and Mendel's peas, that was an interesting bit of stuff in here. Alright, big giant plants, I remember that. Beanstalks, and the chickens with the long tail, I remember that. Dogs there, the DNA, that was a, yeah, that's a picture that kind of stuck with me. So anyway, that's enough, I believe. I had little pictures on the back that I like too, little simple drawings. So anyway, but that's, you know, besides National Geographic and encyclopedias and all this other bullshit, these books did have a controlling influence on my perception of the world. I don't know, controlling seems like a little bit of a big word. Because, you know, I had, you know, fish, tropical fish, and, you know, I learned a lot from tropical fish. You know, just studying, you know, their behavior, and, you know, it does make you think when you're seeing microcosms. You know, and even the ant thing, right? The typical, as a kid thing. I grew up with, you know, in the South, so there's lots of ants in the front yard. So you could go find an anthill every day, and you could just mess with the ants, and you know, it would give you perspective on the nature of the biomass kind of thing. The idea of this is what you're part of, and the fact that it's, you know, it's not too good. You know, it's not a very good thing to be part of. I mean, it's really interesting, but yeah, it does seem all kind of harsh and brutal and nasty and all that crap. Oh, cat. Meow. Can't you find something to do? Sitting on the little wood burning stove that's had it. There's one of them caterpillar-y things, a little woolly bear. I gotta do somebody's poor house though. His house is just about had it. Yeah, just mind your own business. Want something. Always wanting. So anyway, I think we're done. Yeah, it's more than enough of a video. So yes, more of the same. Say no to kids channel and videos there, and we'll see how things evolve. You know, I transition into whatever phase 47 of my YouTube career. Gotta do something different, gotta do something better. Gotta do something. Gotta make something happen. Something constructive. But we'll see. It's really hard to do that. At least it is for me. Anyway, until next time. What button do I hit? Is it this one?